Hey, Future Bruins. My name is Maddie Bradley, and I am here with Ryan Forbes, and we are admissions counselors here at George Fox. We are so excited that you are officially joining us this summer as we launch what is called Bruin Bound Summer. You guys are probably getting a few emails teasing about what this will look like, and this is our orientation process. This is going to be a packed full and fun summer where we get you ready to officially be a Bruin and join us on campus in the fall. We really can't wait for you guys to be here, and we are so excited to take these next steps with you. What is really great is our orientation process is virtual and at your own pace, so you can do all these steps from the comfort of your own home. So we are so excited. So today we will be going over our Bruin Bound Summer website, showing you all the steps that you will be taking throughout the summer and help you navigate what this will all look like. So as we continue through this website, it's going to be a really helpful tool. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have designed Bruin Bound Summer to be an easy follow along checklist for both students and parents. Parents, you are highly involved in this process, so we want you to follow along with us and with your students. As you come to this page, you can see right at the beginning, we have a printable checklist for you. So print it out for both student and parent, slap it on the fridge, and track along with us all summer long. If you're returning to this site as well, we have a really great tool to just jump back in to where you have left off. So no need to scroll all throughout the page, but we're going to go ahead and get started with step number one, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Ryan.
All right, welcome everybody. That's right. Step number one is to pay your enrollment deposit, which I believe most of you probably have already done. But the enrollment deposit is the $300 deposit that allows you to move forward with everything that we're going to do for Bruin Bound Summer. So that's going to be your ticket to access the housing form, as well as to move forward with our class registration process. If you don't know how to pay that, you can just click this button right here and it's going to direct you to our website, or you can just go to our website and type in enrollment deposit. But you also probably have an email or a text from your admissions counselor with a link to how to pay that. Step number two, housing and meal plan. I know that a lot of you are excited about this process, and we are in the midst of this right now. So right now, if you are a deposited student, you have access to the housing portal to create your housing profile. And that's where you're going to be able to list things about yourself as a student, so that in the next phase of housing, where we open it up for roommate selection, is that you have some details on there. There is a link here where you can see the schedule for the housing process. If you're curious about the timeline, what's happening next, click on this link to see what the schedule is going to look like this summer and when you're going to be able to actually select your housing. You're going to need access to your My George Fox account to access both of these. So your My George Fox's account is your student account to access everything related to your George Fox journey. So it houses your class registration process, it houses housing, your meal plan, and other specific student details that are pertinent to you. So you're going to need access to that. If you haven't gotten into your My George Fox account yet, please reach out to your admissions counselor. We can reset your account so you get an email with instructions on how to log into that. When you log into your My George Fox account, on your left-hand side, you're going to see a number of different options, including a task list, as well as the housing and meal plan intent form. So you're going to click that button, and then that's going to open up another page, and then you're going to have to log in again with the same exact login information for your My George Fox account to access that housing portal. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your admissions counselor and we'll try our best to direct you. Step number three.
All right. Step number three is registering for classes. This is probably the step that you guys are most eager about and we are the most excited about. What is really awesome and really unique about George Fox and how we schedule classes for our incoming students is that we basically do everything for you. Your first step through Bruin Bound Summer is going to be filling out what is called a class registration survey. This is a survey where you will get to officially declare your major, whatever that may be, or if you're undecided, you will select that as well. Then you will go on and input some of your preferences on how you would like your schedule to look. So whether you're wanting all 8 a.m. classes, you're wanting your classes super stacked together, or you're like, no, I'm sleeping in, I don't want classes till noon and I want them as spread out as possible. Go ahead and put those preferences on there, and there will be a few other questions to input as well. This survey is then sent to your academic advisor. Your academic advisor is going to manually and personally and thoughtfully create your schedule for you. They're going to enroll you in your classes, and then they will email you when everything is officially done. At that point, once you get that notification, you have the option to schedule what is called a class confirmation appointment with your specific admissions counselor. This is where we get to go over your schedule, we get to review it, make sure it's understandable and it's to your liking, and then answer any questions that you may have about that. What is super important and super great reminders for this class registration process is that if you are coming straight from high school, you are a first year student, we will need your final and official high school transcript. So once you're done, once you've graduated, make sure that you are requesting that to be sent directly to George Fox. Throughout class registration process, we do need you to fill out a few more documents just so that we can move forward with the class registration process. You will need to complete what is called an annual financial agreement. This is going to be found on your My George Fox task tile. So make sure that you go to that and you fill that out. That way we can move forward with registering for classes. There is also the option to fill out what is called a release of information form. This will allow you to grant your parents access to your academic information. Also, a really important reminder is if you are a transfer student, if you are a student who has taken AP or IB classes, or you have any college credit under your belt that you're wanting to transfer to George Fox, please make sure that you're sending us your most recent official college transcripts and those official test scores from College Board. Your academic advisor will need these to make sure that your schedule is up to date and accurate and that you're not repeating classes that you already have credit for. We want to give you that credit, so please make sure that you are sending us the most recent. If you are taking classes over the summer, you will indicate that in your class registration survey, and we will just need that official transcript whenever you are done with those courses. That way we can update your schedule as needed. All right, fun process. We're excited to jump into that with you guys. And then step number 4, as you can hear, me and Ryan are talking a lot about your George Fox email and your My George Fox. This is super important that you guys over the summer start regularly checking these 2 things. As we transition through the summer, we are going to start transitioning our communication really only to your George Fox email. So it's important that you get into a habit of checking this weekly, I would say daily. We don't want you guys to miss anything. We will also start getting other offices across campus involved with our Bruin Bound Summer process. So financial aid, our students accounts office, your professors will be communicating with you via your George Fox email. So we don't want you to miss a thing. So please get in the habit of checking that. Also, your My George Fox task list. Tongue twister, but this is super important. We have a lot of tasks for you to complete. That way, we just know that everything is ready and prepared for you to join us in the fall. So make sure that you're checking that. I would say weekly at least. That way, you're not missing anything. And then we'll move on to step number 5.
Awesome. Step number 5, exciting. You're going to get your student ID card. The way that this process works is that you will actually have the ability to submit your own photo that you want for your student ID card. We will send out instructions on how to submit that to us after you have submitted your class registration survey. So once you've completed that task for us, we will send you further instructions on how to get your student ID card. And then we're actually going to send that out in the mail to you so that you can have it this summer for fun. Just make sure that you bring it back to campus in the fall because you will need that to access your dorm as well as other facilities on campus. Step number 6, figuring out the finances. This is one of the final pieces of the summer and just making sure that students are set up well with all the financing pieces. And so we want to make sure that you're connected with the right offices as you go throughout this summer. So our financial aid office has a really great tool here with some videos that you can go through on as far as how to access your task list, your My George Fox task list. They also have some information on how to, if you have received outside scholarships, how do you send those to George Fox? They've created a video to show you how you can record that you have received outside scholarships and get those to George Fox. So make sure that you click on this site and go through the financial aid task list. If you're wondering, how am I going to set up a payment plan with George Fox? That's through our Office of Student Accounts. And they have some great resources for you to view as well. We're excited to let you know that George Fox does offer interest-free payment plans for families as you go throughout this process. Our Student Accounts office will proactively be reaching out to you this summer once all the financing pieces are set. But if you want to go ahead and get started on that, you can reach out to them beforehand, as well as go through some of the resources that they have on this website. Step number 7.
All right. Step number 7, connecting with the George Fox community. As you guys can tell, a lot of this, again, is virtual and at your own pace, but that does not mean that there are not going to be opportunities to connect with your future classmates. That is probably the most vital part of the orientation process, is being able to meet and interact with those that you're going to be doing life with for the next few years here at George Fox. So we're going to be providing opportunities for you to interact, meet other students both in person and online this summer. We'll be posting a lot of events here, right here at step number 7, but we'll also be emailing you. So check your My George Fox and check your George Fox email. That way you're not missing any fun activities that we have planned this summer. We have a lot of really great resources as well. So we have recorded webinars that will be posted here. You can chat with current students through a program that we have where you actually get to chat with someone, get the inside scoop of what it's like to be a student here at George Fox. We have really awesome YouTube videos that you can check out to just really get familiar with our campus and with our student body. We also have a class of 2026 Instagram page. So it's really awesome. Students are posting to it. So get to know your students, chat with people, possibly find a roommate through that Instagram page. Really awesome ways to get connected with friends and potential roommates, and just really awesome people before you're here in August. And then step number 8, applying for a job and registering for parking. If those of you who are looking for an on-campus job, whether you have been qualified for federal work study and you have that financial aid assistance to have a job on campus, or you're just looking to work on campus, you will use what is called Handshake. This is where all of our campus offices across George Fox post open positions. So we will really start posting a lot of openings throughout the summer. So keep checking back to Handshake, seeing what's available, and throughout the school year as well. Jobs are always opening up, and we want students to have that financial aid and have the ability and experience to work on campus too. If you are looking to bring a car to campus, vehicle registration will open up in July. We have a really awesome Parking 101 page right here that will direct you to all the information you need when it comes to registering your car to have on campus. We would highly recommend that really first year students don't need a car on campus. Everything that you will need when it comes to grocery shopping, pharmacies, restaurants, coffee shops, are all within walking distance of our Newburgh campus. So, and if you do have a few friends who have cars, carpooling is key. That way you can all just go together. But if you plan on working off campus, you need that car, maybe to go home and everything like that. Vehicle registration, again, will open up in July. I'll hand it off to Ryan for the last few steps.
All right, step number 9 is for you parents. So in addition to just making sure that your students are doing the items that we need them to do, we've also created a helpful checklist for you because we want to make sure that you are up to date. So go ahead and click this link. Your checklist is at the very bottom of our page. And this includes things of just making sure, number 1, updating your information with us, making sure that we have your correct address and contact information so that we can keep you apprised of things that are happening at George Fox and things specifically related to your student. We would also love for you to get connected with our parent and family programs. They do some awesome events throughout the year, and we just want to make sure that you are connected with our individuals in that office. Again, there's more financial aid information for you parents, as well as student accounts. So this is just a good checklist for you to go through and just make sure that you and your student are aligned and feeling confident as we head into next fall. The final step, step number 10, you're almost here. We are so excited. I'm sure you are excited to be arriving here in August. And so this last step is just kind of some final items. We have a great link here as far as what items you can bring to campus. So housing has some specific requirements of what you can bring into your dorm. So things like a mini fridge, a microwave, coordinating that stuff with your roommate is going to be great. But if you're curious, if you want a list of what things should I fill my dorm room with, we have a great list right here for you to review. After you get registered for classes this summer, you're going to want to figure out textbooks. And so this link will take you to our George Fox store, where you are going to be able to select your individual classes, and then you're going to be able to see what textbooks that you need for that class. And then you can either order them directly through our George Fox store, or that you can find them elsewhere, either eBay, Amazon, or maybe used from current students. There's lots of different options. You don't have to buy them directly from George Fox. If you want specific details about Welcome Weekend and what that looks like, we have a website devoted to that, so make sure you check that out. Students are going to be arriving on August 26th, Friday, and then we have some fun events prepared for you over the weekend. Freshman orientation. We're super excited. We can't wait to have you here. And that is it. This is Bruin Bound Summer. So if you make it to this step in the process, you are complete. You've done everything that we've asked you to do. Really, the most important things, just to reiterate, are check your George Fox email regularly. Also, make sure that you're logging into your My George Fox account and checking that task list that we keep talking about. Different items will pop up on that task list throughout the summer. So even if you've completed it once, it's a good idea to come back and check it again, because as we go through these various steps, there'll be additional items that pop up on that task list. But again, thank you so much. We are so excited to welcome you future Bruins to George Fox. We hope you have a great summer, and we can't wait to see you in this next fall. See you later.